Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sleepy, and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead. So let's just continue, shall we?
Ripley, slow down!
Oh yeah, we.
I'm not going
drove.
that fast.
You're a ghost. Jill looked out the window. Reality was a black blur as the car tore forward.
You're kidding, right? It's fine.
Why are you so afraid of the ghost thing?
Slow down.
It looked weird.
Fine.
The tires squealed. As with a lurch, the car came to a stop. Welcome to Misty Mornings. A graffiti sign welcomed them to the town of Misty Mornings, and Jill's eyes widened. Oh, that's the wrong kind of morning.
We were so close. Are you sure you want to stop?
We should be fine.
Huh.
We were going at 114 miles an hour.
Oh, that's
for
not too
about
fast.
10 minutes. It's almost 20 miles away on foot. I'll know if it comes directly after us. As unlikely as that is.
What was that thing?
What's that thing?
Hey!
Why were you so scared?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for that explanation.
Answer
Yeah.
my question.
Oh, yeah. Ripley let out a long, pained sigh.
I don't actually know.
Okay.
I've been around for hundreds of years, and I couldn't begin to accurately answer that question.
Interesting.
They're as anomalous as any ghost, and perhaps even more so. Ghosts have a past, an origin, ties, influences. Even other things have that subject. They're nothing, and they seem to exist for the sole purpose of returning us to the same.
So they're just ghosts without ties and stuff?
Us?
Ghosts. And people like you, before you get too excited.
Spooky. So you're like, how old exactly?
Oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I looked up the older episodes, like the first part, and the art style was different. I have to say I prefer the old one a bit. But maybe like art direction change, or like the people who art, or people or person who draws that art changed, or they decided to go with another art style, a less anime-esque and more like cartoony art style, which is okay. I just prefer the older one.
Rather very.
Oh, come on. Are we talking the Renaissance? Or were you Native American? Maybe you were a child of early Western settlers?
Ripley gave Jill a dark and silencing look.
You
That's
have
creepy.
quite the eye on you.
Well, I didn't exactly go to school for streaming.
Streaming? You'd get along well with Marcus.
Probably.
Assuming he's not dead.
Ripley suddenly grew quiet.
Let's go find ourselves a room.
Okay.
Good idea.
Are you sure you don't want to...
If either of them is able to get away from that thing alive, they will head here.
Like, Chad, bro.
Owen is haunting you. He'll know where you are.
Yes.
And Marcus?
Marcus made the reservations.
Oh.
Come on.
They walked towards the hotel, no less than 100 feet from the very welcome to town sign that that had greeted
Jeez,
them.
look at this place. Kind of ambitious for a little town like this, don't you think?
Oh, why tourism
I
stuff?
wouldn't know.
I mean, yeah, she barely ever gets out, right? Entering the hotel, their gazes fell upon a man comfortably propped, flipping thoughtfully through a book, smiling occasionally. Are you watching porn, mate? He started as they came within earshot, startled, I guess, and a grin peeled across his face.
You know, when someone called and made a reservation for the second time in a month, I had thought it had to be a prank.
Okay, never mind. It's not a tourist spot.
And yet, here you are.
You're not more interested in two very. Oh, you don't know if it's. I don't know if it's two yet. Actually, okay.
Unless you're not the rooms reserved by a Mr. Marcus Rookard.
Why are the lights flickering? Okay, I was about to say, was it my screen breaking on me, or the lights flickered as the man spoke Marcus's name?
I'm sorry to say, the wiring in this old place has a problem.
Yeah, I doubt that. That's
Something to do with the fact that I can count on one hand the number of guests we've had in the last 10 years.
Oh,
I mean, until earlier this month, that is.
Well, that seems like a poor business
that's a cute
model.
shot.
Are you filming me?
Yes.
Sorta. I'm streaming. Should I stop?
Not at all. And to be honest, it's not. The business model, I mean. Were
Okay.
it not for the hotel's very complicated history, I imagine the taxes alone would put it under.
Oh.
However, due to one twist of fate or another, the
oopsie-daisy.
place persists.
Sorry.
A mere shadow of what it once was, but still, it persists.
Very
happened?
poetic. Are the rooms dusty?
Most of them are, yeah. But I cleaned the entire floor we currently have open.
How many people died in this hotel?
Back to my earlier question, is either of you Marcus?
Does it look like
We're
it?
with his party, yes.
2 rooms. He indicated single beds, but I just roomed you in kings. Not like we lack for space. That should easily fit a couple. I assume either you two or...
I need my own bed. I don't really know about her, and there are actually 4.
Well, there are more rooms if you'd like. They come at a cutthroat rate this time of the off-season.
I'll pay for my own room then.
3 rooms it is. Come with me, please.
It's my habit of clicking the right mouse button. The man led their way through the
This
hotel.
place looks like a movie set.
Probably was, wasn't
As
it?
long as you're not thinking of The Shining, you might be right.
I was about to make that joke, but I didn't. Oh man, Hotelier.
You'd be impressed at
What's
the
her
number
name?
of films you've never heard of that were filmed here once upon a time. Not that I really know any of
Why do
them
you have a
either.
scar?
I just know the history. Part of living in a town like this one, I suppose.
What is with this
Like
town?
this
Misty
one.
Morning.
A ghost town. I mean that in every sense, too.
Can you see? Oh yeah, wait. He can see ghosts. Isn't she like surprised by
During the
that?
spiritualist boom of back before my grandfather was a baby, this town was popping with such types. And from there, it's just
Huh.
slowly died. Businesses growing and wilting, families going to where they can find opportunity, leaving behind shells of civilizations.
You do like to wax poetic.
Why are you here?
Oh, yeah, I'd have been out of here myself if I hadn't decided poetry was a good use of my college education.
Oh, okay. So you just can't
Not
afford
that
it.
I minded terribly. We actually have enough people that we were able to create municipal fiber.
Oh.
Wi-Fi's connected to it. Name is vacancies, and password is too spooky for me.
Vacancies.
Anyway, here are your rooms 412 through 414.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I noticed we skipped 411. Is someone in there?
Ah, yes, the other patron whom I mentioned arrived earlier this month.
And who is he?
Not gonna lie, haven't seen him come or go once, but he set us up to auto-charge his card daily, and he hasn't checked out. I don't think he's been sleeping here, but his things are inside.
Oh, okay. He's
Sorry.
not dead.
I really probably shouldn't be talking about all this.
There's an artwork of an elf down there. I want to see it.
Actually, he's
Move away.
why we're here. Tyrone, right?
The hotelier cocked an eyebrow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Tyrone. I forgot about
He
Tyrone
was here for
for some reason.
business, and we haven't been able to reach him for weeks.
For
Yes.
business. Why do you have to say it like that? Are you drug dealers?
What? No!
Worse.
Well,
No,
what
not
kind
worse,
of business
actually.
are you talking about?
Ghost hunting?
Jill inclined her head to the camera. The hotelier's grin peeled across his face like a whip.
Okay, look. This is gonna be super unprofessional, but despite how bad the economy of this place is, I love living here.
Man, you're
wanna know why?
enthusiastic about it. Because with ghosts. The hotelier gestured around.
The lore, the history. This
All for the
hotel
lore.
alone makes St. Hart Hospital look like a middle school haunted hayride.
I hope so.
Oh! Yeah?
Oh yeah, not so great if we can see ghosts,
So,
right?
You know how I thought Marcus Rookard was a prank?
Yes.
That is because of the history of the Rookard family here.
Oh shit. Marcus just got a lot more interesting.
You don't say.
Long story short, the entire clan killed themselves so that they could rid the town of its ghosts.
Oh, but not
Only
the
as
entire
such
clan.
stories go, they only made the problem infinitely worse.
Well, yeah, because they added just a bunch of ghosts to the already existing ghosts.
I have to apologize. That telling really doesn't do the story justice.
I think so,
But
yes.
It's late, and not to be rude, but your friend looks like she needs some sleep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the rest if you'd like over the continental breakfast, which is actually where I just grab some fruit and bring my waffle iron from home.
She needs sleep for a couple of hundreds of
See you in
thousands
the
of
morning.
years, probably, so...
Thank you.
Thanks for all the information. I look forward to getting more.
What would be cool if that when the lights flicker, because they seem to flicker at a certain point, not intervals, that if at that moment I happen not to have the speech bubble here because I click, maybe someone would be standing there for the creep factor. I mean, I know it's not supposed to be creepy, but Totally excused himself, and Jill pulled down her phone.
You should sleep in the same room as me.
Yep.
What?
Yep. No, yes. Sleep in the same room. Not for any shenanigans. She's a very powerful ghost.
I need to be able to reach you quickly if the null catches up to us.
Yes.
Then why did you let me waste money on an extra room?
No, that was smart. I should have thought of it. We don't want to give him the impression that something is off about us.
Other than the fact that we're ghost hunters who keep the company of ghosts?
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Huh.
I'm sleeping in lucky number 13. You're welcome to watch.
That was my plan.
You're lucky I'm used to it after 3 months with Owen.
Oh, God.
Before that, though... Okay, ghouls and gals, I'm signing out for now.
Yay! No, don't sign out. I want to see you sleep. As Owen
But if
did.
your ghostly powers should be capable, wake me up if an ancient evil comes for me or something.
Oh, I can see the picture now. That looks cool.
Jill Count, signing out.
Jill tucked her phone away.
Who are you talking to?
I have no idea. Ghosts watching my stream, apparently. Lots of them. Some
Yeah, was
bank
anything?
accounts too, if the fact that I'm still getting paid says anything.
I've never heard of something like that.
Look at me, shocking the 18-million-year-old ghost.
Yeah. I mean, that's not such a bad way to make
That's
money.
nice, I'm going to bed. I don't like cars, and I've been driving since 6 a.m.
Isn't it weird if she was watched by Owen? I mean, he probably doesn't have to watch her intently all the time, so... I mean, like, in terms of, like, taking showers, as I got it from the first game, they were at least friends. So it would have been awkward, I guess, but I don't know, I'm not no there. Jill marched into the room, locked the door, and fell flat on the bed, asleep, before she landed.
I'm still outside.
Hey, you don't care for it, do you?
Just because I can walk through doors doesn't mean I want to.
Well, I guess, yeah, it would be mean to go to...
Rude.
Yeah, rude. To rude to ghosts, right? Huh. Perceptions of the dead, too. It was morning by the time Marcus finally arrived, though there was no sign of the sun yet.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, Marcus.
Good hustle, brah.
Oh, I forgot Owen's voice. I love it.
I hate you.
I love Owen. I love the weird, spoopy ghost spectral skeleton form.
That's just the bad vibes burning away. Oh, we should do this tomorrow.
Oh man, Owen, I
I
don't
will
think...
kill you. Again.
Again.
Oh, God dang it! The door is locked!
Wait, I know that voice. I know that scream.
If the girls got here safely, they could let us in.
Oh no, it isn't. Okay, it's
I'll go
another
find
voice.
Jill.
Good call.
Let's go find. Owen winked out of sight with a soft pop.
Wait, could he have done that earlier?
Probably.
He could have made them pick us up.
Yes, but he could also have just disappeared and let you walk alone. So yeah, he's a pretty
I
nice
hate
dude.
So much.
Light the brazier. Preparations are made.
Oh. The flickering light of fire cast wild shadows over the room.
Vocavi for spiritum, viduntur mihi. Vocavi for spiritum, viduntur mihi.
The words echoed oddly, as though the chamber were far less cluttered and small than it appeared.
Vocavi for spiritum, viduntur mihi. For spiritum, viduntur mihi. For spiritum, viduntur mihi.
Is it? From voice? I don't know. Spirit, Videnter is seeing something. Videra is to see. Mihi is probably form for myself. So for me, I guess. My Latin is like very bad. I had it once in school for like a couple of years, but I was never good at it. So yeah. This time the echo was violent and distorted, coming back with force.
Advocavi vos spiritum vidinter mihi.
Whoa. The earth began to shake, and even the air seemed to move, listless with worry.
Advocavi vos spiritum vidinter mihi.
Silence and darkness, and then a voice she would never forget.
Why have you awoken me, bound one?
I'm here to wake you up, brah.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with Jill?
Wake up, wake up.
Jill startled awake, Owen's eyes meeting her own.
Good morning, brah.
Morning, brah.
Owen?
I love him.
What did I tell you about waking me up?
Well, you're standing outside.
Yeah, I know, but like, Marcus is outside, and he's just run a few kilometers short of a marathon, so I thought you'd want to let him in.
Yeah.
Marcus!
All at once, reality caught up to her, and she threw herself up.
Marcus is alive! And you are too!
Well, undead.
Kinda.
I'll go let him in.
I forgot you were there.
Ripley didn't reply as she vanished into the shadows of her own hair.
That feels
oh, that's
weird,
so
even
cool.
for a ghost.
Bro, why is she allowed to watch you sleep all creepy from the corner, but I'm not?
She's a girl.
It's because I'm a boy, isn't
Ha!
it?
Yes.
That's called sexism, brah. And that's not
Nah,
cool.
yeah, I guess technically, but I can understand that. On a very technical level it is, but... You know... I would feel weird as well. Like, yeah. Jill threw the blanket over Owen, passing through him to little effect.
Rude.
Yeah, rude.
What time is it anyway?
Real early. It's still dark out.
Ugh, I'm gonna regret getting up right now.
Yeah, early to rise and all that, brah.
Rising before the sun sure doesn't feel healthy.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty far north. If you waited for the sun, you'd miss most of the day.
Oh, Owen.
Yeah.
You have always something to say, don't you? Oh, that looks cute. Jill pulled on her jacket as she got out of the bed. Was she wearing that before? I just
Let's go
didn't notice.
check on Marcus.
Yeah. And feed him. The chill burned her face as she left the room. She hadn't noticed it as badly last night. Not with everything coupled with her exhaustion, but the difference between the heated room and the spacious foyer, whatever, was like heaven and hell.
Only perhaps reversed.
Yes.
What was that?
Just thinking out loud.
Oh, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness. Jill's breath fogged, and she froze mid-step.
It's so cold in here, it looks like I'm smoking. Look, I'm like a pothead.
Oh, and I guess...
Owen, you're dead.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess it's just a haunting then. Spooky.
Oh, Owen. I love him. I said I hate him last episode, but now I love him. He really grew on me. Jill stood as she looked around, the air thickening with a misting cold. Jill's hand fell to her pocket. Her phone was faintly warm. The moment of hesitation was gone as she pulled her phone and launched the streaming app.
Good morning, gals and ghouls. We're here to
Woohoo!
do a very special broadcast. Our first real haunting since St. Heart.
Oh yes.
And I suppose most, if not all of you? And Owen.
Hi guys.
Oh, Owen.
I mean, there were a couple of maybes here and there. And that thing I heard in the bathroom that one time you told me to avoid.
I like the close-ups. I hope we see another close-up of other people. But like the far away stuff doesn't look that good, I think. I mean, it looks so
don't
better than
be
everything I could
weirded
do,
out
but
or anything
you know.
by me panning around and examining the room around me.
it isn't something that I would
Just
say
looking for
bothers me
anything
too
I
much.
can't see with my good old ghost sight. My 3-month-old ghost sight.
It looks super clear to me, brah.
Exactly. This fog or mist or whatever, it's ghost fog or something. I'm not exactly an expert on this.
Well, you could ask Ripley, right?
Do you think we'll see a ghost? I've always wanted to see a ghost.
Owen,
Yeah?
you are a ghost.
Oh.
Oh, God damn it, Owen. For fuck's sake. This is what annoys me. Owen went silent, his eyes distant, contemplative. Jill hoped she hadn't snapped him out of whatever daze let him persist. She needed the company right now. As quickly as the mist had come, it began to fade, accompanied by voices only recently familiar.
So I was right. You could have poofed to her at any time.
Frankly, I'm more surprised he wasn't dragged behind the car. He may be a bit more impressive if he can...
Her words cut abruptly as she saw Jill and Owen walking towards them.
You didn't have to get up.
I wanted to see if Marcus was okay and ask what happened.
Oh, it's easy. I have no idea.
Oh, that's good. Nice.
Down
All right.
Owen, he was fine. Couldn't Owen have told you this?
You didn't, because it's Owen.
Owen forgets that he's dead sometimes. I don't trust him to not leave anything out.
Yeah.
I forget to add sugar to the cookies one time, and all of a sudden I can't remember anything.
No, Owen. That's not it.
That's never happened with me.
It's not uncommon for low-power specters to mimic their former selves while being little above an animal in sentience.
Oh, God.
Though that would only raise more questions about how he managed to stay behind.
I'm super glad that Owen is a mystery and all, but could I ask if you guys saw this spoopy-doopy ghost mist?
Ghost mist?
Can't say that I have, though.
Huh.
I suppose it does feel a little colder than normal. That's a sign of ghosts, right, Ripley?
Well...
It's a sign that you're scared. It's normal human biology.
Ooh, interesting.
Are there ghosts in this town like the bellhop said? Yes. Are they remotely powerful enough to manifest temperature changes? Probably not. If it's not obvious yet, I already have a solid theory as to the story behind Tyrone's vanishing act.
He got drunk and passed out in the alley?
Oh? Well, do tell.
Small town, very poor. No real major businesses. It's a recipe for crime. Tyrone comes in here, bankrolling his trip with the money he makes. Probably did this excursion at a loss.
Well, I have to say, isn't he like crazy powerful?
Someone sees a guy with that kind of money and targets him. Maybe it's a simple mugging gone wrong.
Oh, I think he's dead.
Maybe a kidnapping with no idea who to contact with the paranoid way Tyrone does these jobs. Point is, once Marcus has had a chance to rest, we should head to the police station and ask about any John Does.
Ripley left towards their rooms as the group started after a gape.
No way. No way he is gone for 4 years and comes back fine, only to disappear in North Dakota.
Was it wait 4 years? Marcus said the words, but even Jill could tell he was uneasy with how simply the theory fit the narrative. Jill watched as Marcus followed after Ripley, following her into the
Owen,
room.
would you mind watching me while I sleep and waking me up if something happens?
I thought I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, normally you're not, but just for tonight, I kind of like the company.
Are you gonna get mad if I hum Weezer?
No, it's fine.
Ah, that smile. Jill looked to her phone, panning in a circle as she spoke.
Well, that's enough excitement for this morning. Going to sleep a bit more. I'll see you in the...
Oh, shit. Who are you? Jill nearly dropped the phone as she whirled to see what she had thought she had seen in it. A girl, young in her teens, and at the same time, oh so clearly dead. The hallway behind her was empty. She knew to trust her ghost sight for such things, and the camera to see the real world around her. But there was no mist, no girl, nothing.
Yeah, Owen, sing me Buddy Holly.
Oh no, I am terrible at remembering words, but I can hum a mean tune.
Well in tune.
Da 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 ba na 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 da na na na.
With that, Owen began to hum a melodic though horrifically incorrect rendition of something, and Jill made her way back to her room. I'm bad at remembering words, but I can hum a killer tune. Are you still doing that? Oh, come on, Owen. Man.
That was it. Nailed it.
Jill woke to the smell of waffles.
I'm up.
Da 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 something Buddy Holly.
Oh my
Blah
god.
blah something Mary Tyler Moore.
You can stop now, Owen. It's breakfast.
No, my god. When Jill stepped out of her room, she was more than a little surprised to find Marcus already ahead of her, walking towards the stairs. He called back as he noticed her exit.
Hey, morning.
How in all heck are you so perky?
Marcus doesn't need much sleep. Marcus is, as I have said before, an anomaly.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be dead,
Much
right?
like your friend.
Because all of the family, like the Rookard family, killed themselves.
Aw, do you consider me your friend, Jill?
Oh my gosh. Oh, and yes, for the billionth time.
Aw, that gives me feels, brah.
Owen can be so annoying and so endearing at the same time as fascinating. The three caught up to Marcus despite his eager
I'm
pace.
going to go and get some breakfast. Something smells good.
Oh.
He must be making a lot if we're smelling it all the way up here.
What's this guy's name, anyway?
Jill turned to Ripley. The Ripley just kept glaring at
I
Owen.
didn't ask.
I kind of forgot to ask after everything and how tired I was.
Well, I can ask him
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. If I ask, it won't look weird for you two.
now. The group made their way down the stairs and through the foyer to a lobby from which the smell of food wafted.
Hello there. What's on the
Oh,
menu
you're
this morning?
way close up now.
Good morning. Holy shit. You have got to be Marcus Rookard.
Well, yes. Why? Marcus paused and looked back to the girls, who looked as confused as
The
him.
family resemblance is, well, geez, hard to believe to say the least.
Did they all look like him?
I'm a novice historian of a sort, and I've seen pictures of who I assume is your grandpa or great-grandpa, and I swear, you look like he walked straight out of the page.
Oh, you did walk straight out of the page. Marcus seemed nonplussed by the comment, but Ripley eyed the man with narrowed eyes.
Before any of you get the wrong idea, I'm exactly the age I look. Unlike some of you freaks of nature, I'm not a gore, I am a mortal.
Marcus then turned back to the hotelier and added,
In a hyperbolic sense.
I assume that. Though we did have a vampire convention come through here when I was a kid, so I wouldn't immediately dismiss it. On the subject of breakfast, I hope you're all hungry because I drastically misjudged the amount of batter I would need. I've got about 30 waffles made. Oh, and funny thing about the waffle iron. I must have originally got it from here and just kind of didn't notice thanks to inattentional blindness.
The hotelier flipped up a waffle which had a name scribed into it. Rookard.
Holy shit, they've literally got my name on them.
That's an awfully big coincidence.
Yes.
I mean, the hotel used to be called Hotel Rookard after its owners. I mean, the previous owners. We've got placards to the Rookards tucked away in the basement from before the owners tried rebranding the place. Not that it helped. So, how many you want?
all of them.
I'll take a square 24.
I'm not hungry.
I want 2 waffles, please.
Jill shot Owen a discouraging glance, though whether due to willful or benign ignorance, he didn't notice.
I guess I'll just have the last 4.
Yeah, I would have taken 24 as well. That's a good call, Marcus. The hotelier was quick to serve them all a plate, and Jill tried not to watch Owen's attempts to eat the meal. Fortunately, the hotelier himself was far too enamored by the sight of Marcus to notice the attempts of the ghost to eat.
So, I have to ask. Are you here to learn more about your family history? I just find it very odd that you would show up and have no idea where you were.
Believe it. I barely even knew my father before he died, and my mother got pregnant after a one-night stand. I mean, I was lucky. She desperately wanted kids, and I wasn't a teenage pregnancy or anything. But my dad didn't know I existed until I was in my teens, and then I only met him twice.
Oh.
Point is, I'm only named Rookard because my mom thought it sounded like a strong name and wanted to give me something of my father's. I wouldn't have known about my family history without you expressly telling me. That and the waffles.
To punctuate the end of his story, Marcus dexterously shoveled 3 entire waffles into his face.
That is crazy.
Oh, I want waffles now.
I mean, not your story. I mean, honestly, it sounds perfectly plausible.
Okay.
I'm just shocked that you'd end up here on accident.
It certainly stretches coincidental plausibility.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. How did this happen? Is he a time traveler?
Well, I don't know about you two gentlemen, but I promised your female companions a telling of the Rookard family history. I imagine you would have equal, if not more, interest than they, Mr. Rookard.
Marcus
I
shrugged.
don't like history, brah.
Oh, come on, Owen.
Ignore him. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, and I will end the episode here. So I hope you enjoyed it. It got really interesting. And again, I like those cutesy icons. Like all of those. Icons, I mean. Yeah, this will be very cool. Anyway, next time it's a history lesson of the Rookart family, at least. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. My name is Sleepy, and I hope you have a good night.